Here we go! This is my informal review of Hell in a Cell. I did not order this. I watched it illegally. In my defense, they do have 1,700 pay-per-views a year, and I'm not Donald fucking Trump. If you haven't noticed, the economy's kind of in the shitter, to put it politely. Yeah. By the way, Occupy Wall Street. Hashtag Occupy Wall Street. Look it up. There's this little thing going on. Your media is not covering it because they're owned by lying, cheap scumbags who robbed your country blind. Bankers. Hedge fund managers. Fuck those people first. Now let's get to the video. I watched this at, holy shit, it was like 3 a.m. I actually waited that long until I could get a good download of it, HD or whatever, but oh my god, the opener I loved. The opener, I guess if you want to give it a score, let's go with stars because, you know, why not? 3.5 maybe? It was Christian and Sheamus, and yeah, just really good match, good counters. The way Christian kind of wore down Sheamus over time was really cool, and you know, Sheamus was kind of like Superman, but he wasn't like the last time he faced a guy where his shoulder was just being just decimated and then he used it as a weapon. It wasn't that bad. So, yeah, really good opener. And speaking of openers, I forgot to mention that the pay-per-view opened with the Hell in a Cell narrating. Like it was supposed to be the Hell in a Cell talking, like when people enter my hell. Who the fuck's WWE hiring? Guys from Pixar? A talking cage? Are you fucking kidding me? Whoever came up with that idea, get the fuck out. I don't even care if it was Vince or Triple H. Get out. That's just beyond stupid. I was watching and I was kind of laughing. I mean, if anything, it just, it's good for a joke, I guess. That's about it. It's pretty fucking stupid. Made the Hell in a Cell look a lot less frightening. Unless you're like, I don't know, 8, maybe 7. Then maybe it scared you that a cage was talking. To me, that's just a bad acid trip. Not that I do that. I actually haven't done acid. Thinking about mushrooms. Only because I heard it's life-changing. Epiphanies. Whatever. Anyway, enough drugs. I'm having trouble remembering all the matches, but it wasn't next. But let's go to Air Boom versus Vicky Guerrero's team, Swagger and Dolph Ziggler. Swagger is to wrestling as Michael Jordan is to table tennis. I'm not saying he's a terrible wrestler. I'm saying he's a terrible professional wrestler. That dude he could be hitting someone in the back of the chair, putting them through a table, and he would still somehow make it slow and boring. He's not slow and methodical like Mark Henry. He's like slow. There's no way he was if he was an academic All-American, their standards are real fucking low. I could buy that he's maybe a savant. He's good at like one thing, like maybe math, or business, which doesn't really take a lot of smarts. It just takes consmanship, if that's a word. It is now. Yeah, Jack Swagger. I think I don't want to insult anyone who may be mentally challenged, but I think Swagger is slightly. He's at the level where it's okay to make fun of him. It's okay to call him a retard because he's not quite there, but like going around in circles with a freaking airplane thing like he's 7, and the goofy smiles on his face, and it's not even like a heel thing. It's like are you fucking retarded? It's like that kind of thing. Anyway, aside from the Swagger rant, Ziggler was excellent. Kofi was good. Evan Bourne was amazing. Evan Bourne is so overlooked in WWE. They had a cruiserweight title, he could run the division, but, you know, that'd be an exciting idea. Or be it for WWE to do something exciting besides the CM Punk stuff, which Punk did all by himself. Anyway, enough shitting on WWE. We also had an Intercontinental title match. John Morrison versus the champion, Cody Rhodes, and Cody Rhodes was the match thrown on when he was in street clothes. He wrestled in freaking dress shoes, and if I do say so myself, he impressed me quite a bit. Cody Rhodes is in my fave 5, and he's way high up in there, and he did great against Morrison, and just an overall great performance. I'm loving Cody Rhodes right now. I'm thinking WrestleMania, Cody Rhodes, Daniel Bryan for the world title. Maybe throw Orton in there, as long as Orton doesn't win. Yeah, money. I almost wouldn't care if Cody pinned Bryan, but I want Bryan to win the title at WrestleMania. I just, it's just my thoughts. Oh, we had Sin Cara versus Sin Cara 2, or Sin Cara Azul versus Sin Cara Negro. That's not racist. That's Spanish. Yeah. This match was the actual movements and stuff were, I guess, good. There was a little botching, which you can't have a modern lucha match without it. Even La Sombra does it. Yeah, either of these guys are as good as La Sombra. Yeah, I said it. La Sombra's way better than both of them. But, they put on an okay match. But this feud is, what's the point, for one? Why is there 2 Sin Caras? Why can't there just be a Huncio or whatever the fuck that guy's name is, and a Sin Cara? Well, why can't you just have 2 guys and then be like, they feuded in Mexico, and then have a mask versus mask match and have the loser, obviously not Sin Cara, demask, and build it up and not just suddenly spring it on people. Like, the crowd was so confused. This could have been the greatest match of all time. They would have still went. Oh, high spot! That's all people cared about, and I don't know. Just I think the good Azul won, and all I can say is, in the words of Booker T, what the hell? I don't know. All right, let's get the World Heavyweight Championship. The World's Strongest Champion, Mark Henry, versus the Viper, Randy Orton. Now, if you watch SmackDown, you'll know that Randy Orton, amazing. Just, he's turned it up. That's the kind of dude, when he's not coasting, he is Stone Cold Steve Austin. I don't want to say he's the same, because he's totally different, but he is, in a way. He's Randy Orton, really. He's as good as all the legends say he is. He just, sometimes he gets into doing the same things over and over again. He's just got to do a little bit of changes. He's done changes. He's added a few moves that he doesn't always use, and added kind of a different pacing. He's still methodical, but he's more aggressive, which is good. When you're just methodical and kind of not that aggressive, it really gets boring, but, Jack Swagger. Yeah, this match was just really good. It had great build. I mean, I know Henry's not a big star, but this could have main evented. I would have liked that. I guess you had to have the other main event. This match definitely went too long. That's my phone ringing. I'm ignoring it. I don't edit, really. Too lazy, I guess. So, yeah, this match was really good. It went too long. It definitely did drag. If this hadn't dragged, I could have went for maybe 3 3/4 of stars. But, I can't. So, yeah, just this is really good. Every time Henry was in control, you really believed that he was just crushing Orton. He was working over the core and the back. He was just consistently working over the right place. And then anytime Orton got the advantage, he used the kind of sell and aggressiveness. Basically, Henry's more devastating everything, but Orton's more psychotic than him. So Orton kind of used his unpredictability and craziness to fuck up Henry a little bit. And the end of the match was perfect, and man, Henry is a monster, and he looked great. At the end of the match, Orton beat that boy, Mark Henry. Oh, I wouldn't call him a boy, he's a huge man, but he just beat him senseless with a chair, and Henry was retreating. I don't know, I guess they're going to continue a feud that doesn't really need continuing because, you know, that's what happens when you get pay-per-view after pay-per-view after pay-per-view without even a month's break. Stop doing that. I'm not ordering a pay-per-view until SummerSlam because I know, or sorry, SummerSlam, Survivor Series. It's an MSG, Rock and Cena team. That's a no-brainer. But this, you know, I'm interested in the feud, but I'm not getting a pay-per-view based on it. Just that with that minimal build that I'll have. All right. Then we had. Oh, we had a women's title match. Notable for one reason. A new Divas champion, making that belt actually mean a little bit of something. Beth Phoenix. Kelly and her anal rape screams, you know. Bye-bye. Get out of the title picture, Ditz. We need a real challenger. Is Awesome Kong cleared yet? Does she have a kid yet? She ever leave? I mean, mothers need their time and everything, but Beth needs a real challenger. Hopefully her and Natalya have some kind of falling out, because that would be a hell of a match. Yeah. I'm not sure if I'm missing anything else. I'm pretty sure I got everything except for the main event, which was a triple threat Hell in a Cell match, first time ever. El Patron, Alberto Del Rio versus the WWE Champion John Cena versus the best in the world, according to the shirt, which I own, CM Punk. And yeah, this was really well done. Punk was kind of dominating in a way, but every time Punk and Cena would go at it, Del Rio would kind of boom, like attack when you least expect it. Punk took a beating. Punk really made this match look great, but to be honest, the true star was Alberto Del Rio. You want to talk about ruthless aggression? John Cena was never that aggressive. Del Rio was just a killer, and I know he was basically buried at the last pay-per-view and made it look like a joke, but he made himself, El Patron, he looks way better, and he's the boss. Just a great match, and the finish, I can't believe I liked it. You could say it was screwy, but it wasn't screwy like, it wasn't as bad as Undertaker and Shawn Michaels in the Hell in a Cell, which was one of the greatest matches ever. It was cleaner than that, so yeah, it's a Hell in a Cell match. You can't really have it dirty. You can have like 100 run-ins. But, you know. And speaking of run-ins, post-match, okay, spoiler alert. If you haven't seen this and you want to watch it, just read my score for the match in the description and ignore this part. Alright, hope you're gone. Spoilers. The winner was Alberto Del Rio, and he just waffled Punk in the face with a pipe. And yeah, the 1, 2, 3, and El Patron is your champion. Cena was locked out of the cell, and it was just a really creative finish. Ricardo Rodriguez took a beating. You know, it worked. Post-match, Miz and R-Truth come through. Sorry, I forgot to mention that they showed up with tickets in the front row, and then they got escorted out. And backstage, they attacked a few people in the locker room. And Triple H tried to throw them out again, and they got in the cell after it was open at the end of the show, and they just wrecked everyone's shit, and all the wrestlers were trying to get in the cell to attack them. Oh man, this Miz and Truth stuff is actually really intrigued me, and I will be watching Raw tonight, so they did their job in a way. I don't think I'll get vengeance unless it's like ridiculous, or Daniel Bryan's like in a high-profile match against, say, Cody Rhodes. Hint, hint. It would be nice if they started kind of a simmering rivalry slowly with Rhodes and Bryan that would come back. But I think they might do Rhodes and Orton. I'm not sure. Anyway, yeah, this show I would give about a 7 out of 10. I would say it's a I'll give it 7. By God, that man has broken in half out of 10. That's JR. JR was very good. Michael Cole was amazing. Booker T was good. I mean, the commentary team, those three. I like Jerry Lawler showing up every now and then, but he's got nothing on King Booker. Booker T's the best. He's got his like, here we go, all that. What the hell? Booker T, I like. JR, I love. Michael Cole is becoming one of my favorites, which I used to fucking hate the guy, but now that he's not the spotlight, yeah, I like him. He's not too over the top. He's just himself, I think. He's the same guy that told the guy on the radio show, hey, listen, fuckhead. He's that Michael Cole, basically, which I like. All right, that's been my review, and these reviews, they should get better. Gonna be doing some stand-up, probably November, definitely before the year's out. And I expect my debut to be polished and among the best first shows in comedy. So hopefully I can upload it on YouTube. We'll see how it goes. I'm not sure how much time I'll get, or maybe 20 minutes. That'll be my first, I consider it my first. I don't consider the other stuff my debut or anything because I was reading off paper. And I just want to kind of do it from here, from my balls. Yeah. Alright, so if you're anywhere near Belleville, Ontario, I'll keep everyone posted anyway, so yeah. Hope everyone has a good day, and maybe watch some Raw. If it sucks, don't watch it again for a while, the protest, whatever, You gotta do what you gotta do, baby. That's all there is. Alright, I'm out. Later, and it's Booker T. Can you dig it, sucker?